like to thank Mr. Bubba Watson for spending some time with us here this morning. And I'd like to welcome you to what is your 9th PGA Championship, the best of which, your best finish came right here in 2010 in a playoff, and I was curious as to your recollections of that week.
The week was good. Obviously, only one person beat me, so I wish I could improve on that. What I remember is the tough golf course. I can't remember the score, what we shot, but I remember the golf course being tough, and fairways are the key around here. If you don't hit the fairway, just like this week, if you don't hit the fairways, it's going to be very difficult to make pars and have a good finish. And so it's all about fairways around here. And that front 9 seems like it gets tougher and tougher every time I see it. So I'm looking forward to the week because I've played here before. I got some good memories here, and up for the hopefully up for the challenge.
Your impressions of the golf course here this week, especially in lieu of yesterday's rains?
Yeah, I mean the golf course was a little soft greens today, but nothing. Not really. Not too soft compared to last week. Yes, but golf course is in beautiful shape. The rough is thick and healthy. And fairways are in perfect shape. Greens, I haven't seen greens run this good in a long time, so it's pretty amazing out there how nice they're running.
All right, let's hit the floor. Let's start over here. Doug.
You've got good memories here that you've raved on and on about. I'm just curious, on the 18th, you hit it in the water on the last hole. Do you ever think about negative stuff? I mean, even here especially, and even other courses.
Well, I'm a golfer and I'm human, so yes, I think about negative stuff. And I've had a lot of negative stuff written about me, so yes.
Well, we're supposed to be negative. I was just curious about you. I mean, seriously, when you played 18 for the first time since you got back, do you have any memories come back like that? Well,
I'll be honest. I haven't played 18 since that day. Maybe that's why I'm not playing it because I don't want to go back. Looking back on it, I would pull the same club. I thought 6-iron out of that rough was still going to, I thought the lie was good enough, it was still going to move it. And again, like I've said before, I walked out into the fairway to get out of Martin's way and asked the cameraman where'd the ball go. Because I actually thought, at worst, it was just short of the green in the bunker, and I could just chip it up and hopefully make par. But I didn't know it was in the water. I mean, that was 25 yards short, 30 yards short, whatever that is. There's no way. I mean, I asked the camera guy, I said, where is it? I thought it was just short, but, I heard the moans, and I was like, how can it be in the water? And the guy was like, it's in the water. And I was like, so I thought I hit a decent shot or a good shot. I said, really? That's short? And he wasn't going to answer that question. He was just going to be like, it's in the water. So yeah, me and Mark, it was Mark Cairns at that time because Teddy was having his second child, his son. His wife was having his second child. And so, we didn't expect that. I thought at worst, bunker chipping up to that hole. The shot, I played everything like I wanted to, and obviously it just didn't come out like I wanted it to.
Okay, it's over here, number 1, please.
Bubba, when you have good vibes at a golf course like this, do you do much preparation before you come here looking back at anything you did, or do you come here looking at it as sort of a clean slate?
Well, it was 5 years ago, and at the same time, you're looking to see if they've changed anything's tweaked. And Teddy wasn't here. Teddy was here in, I think, what was it, 04? He was here last?
Yeah.
So he was here in 04. So he remembers it then. Obviously, that's even longer back. I don't know math, but pretty far back. And so he's looking at it again. He walked it yesterday. But coming off of a tough week, even though I didn't win, it's exhausting. It's a big event. It's a World Golf Championship, back-to-back weeks. And so World Golf Championship and a major. And so for me, it was take time off. My little man got in yesterday, so we were hanging out. Haven't seen him in a week. And then as soon as we're done here, I'm going to go check out this rumor is a lime green Mercedes that they have in the center over there. So I'm going to go check that out because I love bright colors. And then I'm going to go fishing with my little man this afternoon. So coming back here, I got good memories, but I just want rest right now. It's all about rest for me, trying to get some rest, so hopefully I can be positive starting on Thursday morning.
And you mentioned
to answer your question
okay.
a long way.
That's okay. And you mentioned the hitting fairways. Do you see a little difference in the presentation of the course this time around versus last time? Any narrower, higher rough, or does it seem about the same?
It seems about the same. The only thing that I noticed, which Teddy brought to my attention, on number 2, the first, I would say 8 feet, 10 feet maybe, they cut the rough into us. But then the rest of the rough on the left side, it wasn't into us. And that was the only thing that, I mean, obviously in 2010, I was still new to the game. I never had a win until the 2 weeks before the PGA Championship or whatever it was. So, you know, I was still scared to death playing in PGA Championships, in majors. And so I can't remember really anything. I remember the layouts and how difficult it was, but I don't really remember my emotions or anything at that time.
Let's go 2 and then 4.
Bubba, speaking of hole number 2, did you take part in the long drive this year?
I guess you can call it that. I didn't hit the fairway. So I tied a bunch of people that missed the fairway, I guess. So at least last year I hit the fairway.
But you tried, you kind of...
Yes. No, I gave it my best effort. And the fairway, I don't know if y'all know what number 2 looks like, but it's pretty tight down there at 300-plus yards.
Right.
So for some reason they make golf courses longer, and then the farther you hit it, the tighter it gets. It doesn't make sense.
Speaking of long, at Bridgestone you had some incredible numbers.
Thank you.
What do you attribute that to? Can you even get longer beyond that? Just talk about that whole thing.
Well, I think that my Ping G30 was pretty good. And yes, I can get longer as soon as they come out with a new G series. You like that? Plugged them a little bit. No, I mean, it's just one of those things. This is the first time that I saw that golf course firm and fast. There was no rain. Normally there's a little bit of rain there. Golf course is usually softer. So everybody, if you saw the tour, the average that week was higher. And so it was just one of those things. The golf course, the conditions, everything's set up for hitting the ball farther that week, last week. That's why.
Let's go to number 4 over here.
Hey, Bubba, 2 questions, if I may. First
sir.
of all, this is the 3rd major tournament this season on a link-style golf course. How do you personally feel about playing on that kind of track, and how do you think the players in general feel about it?
I think it's fine. You know, we're supposed to be able to test our games everywhere. Obviously, I've missed the last 2 cuts in majors. Last year, I did the same thing. I missed the same 2 cuts. So I don't think a golf course has anything to do with it. It's just, you know, I haven't played well. No, I mean, I don't see any difference. If there's trees, if there's not trees, it's a tough golf course. We've played here before, so we know it. I don't think the players have any arguments with it. Unless they play bad, then they always have arguments about it.
Dustin got himself into a bit of trouble with, was it a bunker or was it not? How hard is it on this golf course to determine where you are?
Well, the hard part is, like Dustin's situation was, you know, when there's that many people, the PGA Championship brings out the fans. And with, you know, 20,000 people probably following him at that moment, or on that hole at that moment where he was, you're looking at, you can't tell what the ground is. And when they're all huddled around your ball, I mean, it's an innocent mistake. He wasn't trying to do anything. He didn't realize it was a bunker. And so with the crowd that around, you know, around that much, it's hard to tell what you're in and what you're not in. So yeah, it'd be difficult. And so if I was in that situation, you know, it could have happened to me the same way.
Do you expect everybody to be overly cautious this time around?
Yeah, there was a lot of paperwork last time, but there's a lot more this time. So and I think everybody has it on their mind as much as media is talking about it. So we have it on our mind that we are paying attention. But again, the goal is to hit the fairway.
Okay, let's go 3 and then into 1. 3.
Bubba, you mentioned how new you were to majors when you played here in 2010. What did making it into that playoff do for your comfort level in majors after that?
Well, it just showed that I have the ability to play golf in a tough competition like that. Has the ability to perform at a high level under stressful situations. I think I shot in the 60s the last round because I wasn't at the lead. I think I shot in the 60s the last round. Played great. Birdied the first hole of the playoff under pressure. So I did everything I was supposed to do except one guy beat me. And that just showed that I have the ability to perform tough golf course, tough setup, and a lot of stress. So it just gave me confidence in all parts of my game, but all parts of, you know, every tournament, not just majors. Like I've said before, every tournament's a major to every city we go to for the charity dollars it raises.
Okay, number 1, please.
Bubba, to follow up on what you said before, you said you're human, you're a golfer, you have those negative thoughts. How do you deal with them? How do you turn those negative thoughts into positives?
Well, I don't look at Golf Channel or read any articles about me for the last year and a half. I'd say the last year and a half. So that's one way. But then at the same time, you got to remember it's golf. You're going to have bad days and good days. Just like anybody, you're going to have bad days. You shoot free throws if you're a basketball player, bad days at the plate if you're a baseball player. Football, American football, you're going to have bad days. Other countries' football, you're going to have bad days. So, you know, there's going to have bad days and good days, just like anybody. You know, your writers are going to have bad days and good days.
Follow up.
Speaking of bad days and good days, how is your minor league baseball team doing this year?
They're doing better in the second half because there's two halves. So they're a half game back right now, trying to make the playoffs. There's 2 playoff ways to get in the playoffs, so 2 halves this season. So they're having a chance. They haven't made the playoffs yet. They've struggled the last few years, but you know, I'm trying to inspire them a little bit, I guess.
Number 1.
Hello, Bubba.
Hey,
My
how
name
you
is
doing?
Maddie from Golf Digest, and I just wanted to know, after playing this game for like 2 years, why do you love this game so much?
It was the reason why I love this game so much. My oldest memories are with my family. My mom didn't play the game, but my mom carried my bag. She was my caddy. My dad played the game. My sister played the game. So it was all about family time. Instead of playing video games in my house, it was about getting out, playing with my family, hanging out with my family. So the game of golf meant so much to me as a family coming together. That's why I love the game. It brings out family, brings out friends, but it also challenges every day. The wind direction, course setup, how you feel, it always challenges you. So I love it in those 2 different ways.
Anybody else? Right over here. Number 3.
Were you able to fish when you came here last time, and how is fishing in this part of the country versus other places you've been?
Last time I was here, I was in a different location, in a subdivision. So I rode bikes. I brought Ricky over to the house, and me and Ricky rode scooters and bikes with the neighborhood kids in 2010. And then this year, different locations. So the house that I'm at this year, it's on 15 acres with a couple-acre lake behind it, so we can fish. So it's a little different setup this year. So I haven't fished here yet. So I saw the fish yesterday. Me and little man went around, but today he's excited about going fishing today. I told him I'd take him today. So
Okay, one
we'll
or
see.
2 more. Number 2.
Bubba, do the shorter or average hitters ever ask you, I don't know, for advice or how you do it? Do they seem consumed with length?
No, because they're looking at my accuracy stats, and they're like, I'd rather have my accuracy stats. Jim Furyk's not worried about what I'm doing. You know, he's so focused on what he's doing. I did notice that Jim Furyk was averaging over 300 last week. See, so everybody was bumping it up. But no, you know, those guys are focused on what they're doing. I'm focused on what I'm doing. I'm asking them how to hit fairways, but they're not asking me. They don't want to be wild like me.
Okay.
Is that it?
Thanks, Bubba. Thanks for
guys.
being with us.